Welcome to Houston Texans training camp, day 9, an exciting day here alongside Cody Stoots, Landry Locker, friends of the KHOU 11 News show, and alongside Zach Tartario as well. Guys, today we got 30 minutes of team drills. It was, exciting. There was a lot. It was physical. It was good things to see today from the Texans, right?
Yeah, it's the kind of day you want to see. The weather was nice. You get to see a lot of different stuff. I thought the defense, as we expect, was pretty darn good, but there were some nice offensive moments that you could pick out. You got to search through a lot of sloppiness. Even Nick Haley admitted as much, a sloppy start, but pretty good day.
Landry, how much do you take from the way that the defense, I mean, it's the number 1 defense in the league. They're going to be good, but they have been pretty overwhelming thus far in camp.
Yeah, I grade on a curve when it comes to the defense versus the offense, and I think the offense has been good. What I would say is the most discouraging thing about the offense is they've struggled in the red zone, and that was the big problem that they had last year. I feel like the red zone offense, the last couple of days, the more they've worked on red zone, they've struggled. But I do think that at least CJ Stroud is getting rid of it when he's pressured. But it's an unfair fight when it comes to the defense versus the offense. But I would say that the offense outside of the red zone has been, I guess, better.
You say, I guess, better. Not too convincing, Landry. But how about the run game? The run game, it seems to be struggling quite a bit, especially to find those gaps in the middle to break out.
You asked about this the other day, and I agreed with you, and you kind of got shut down, but they are not where I expected them to be. For a team that added Wyatt Teller, Braden Smith, David Montgomery, Keelan Rutledge is on this offensive line now. His thing is running the football. They're not where I expected them to be. I still think it feels better than last year, though. It's not Nick Chubb rushing moments out there this year, okay? So it looks a little bit better. Woody Marks had some really nice moments, probably more nice moments than David Montgomery. They're along, and they're headed in the right direction. They're just not where I thought they were going to be, even a week plus in the camp.
Well, you talk about the running game, Luis. I want to talk about the passing game and these wide receivers. Tank Dell, obviously, talking to the media for the first time in a very long time this week. We see him back out there on the field in some limited capacity, right? But, how do we see this wide receiver depth chart playing out, and what have you seen thus far from the passing game?
They've had a couple of tests without Nico Collins, and they've passed those tests, and you're probably going to have to play some games without him, and it seems like they're a little bit more equipped to do that. It does feel like there's good wide receiver depth. I don't know how Tank really fits into that, quite frankly, and we really haven't seen him in team drills. But I like what I've seen from the wide receivers, and I think Jalen Knoll, who was catching passes on the side today, he was probably the best receiver in minicamp OTAs, and Nico didn't go, so obviously he's the top dog. So I think once he gets in, I think we see the offense expand. I think that's kind of one of the under-the-radar things is we haven't seen Jalen Knoll, who's their fastest guy, so you kind of got to take that into account when you're looking at the offense too.
Landry, you see maybe the offense moving more efficiently, and maybe a certain guy that's playing under center making plays that you'd be like, okay, why isn't this happening when the other guy is there? How much can you make of that?
I don't try to put too much into a couple of nice Davis Mills plays or a couple of nice Graham Mertz plays, because Davis Mills and Graham Mertz aren't on the field against the league's best defense, the league's best secondary. They don't get heat up like CJ Stroud gets heated up sometimes. I actually feel like there have been some good Stroud moments under pressure. I thought today was not one of those days. I feel like the past 2 days have probably been the worst 2 days of a really good camp overall for Stroud, but I don't take too much into account if you get a couple of nice Davis Mills plays. I do pay attention to who gets the ball from Mills and Mertz, because those guys, they got to go out there and make as many plays as they can to try to affect depth chart at tight end, running back, wide receiver, things like that. So pay more attention to that, but a couple of nice Davis Mills days, I'm not worried about it.
There you have it, guys. All right, Cody Stoots, Landry Locker. Texans training camp now heading into what's going to be the first preseason week of this training camp, right, as things heat up for the regular season. So the Texans will play their first exhibition game this following week.